Hi.
Hi, I'm Kathy.
And I'm Maddie.
And we are Wheelchair Adventures. So we want to tell you about our first ever back-to-back cruise and the experience that we had doing back-to-back cruises.
Yeah.
We wanted to try it out because the last day of the cruise, anytime you do a cruise, it's
how you're so sad at the end.
You're so sad, so very sad.
Yeah, you're sad.
So we thought, let's do a back-to-back.
Yeah.
And it was actually easier because we did it for an Alaskan cruise, and we were going to go Vancouver to Seward, and then in Seward we would have to take a train over to Anchorage to get a plane back home. And the train ride, I heard, was beautiful. But I thought it's much easier just to come back to Vancouver and fly home from Vancouver, right?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, fact that 7 days is just not enough.
And we wanted to try it. So.
We wanted to try it so we could tell you our experience going back to back.
Yeah. So
there was actually a couple going back to back to back to back, which was excessive, I thought, because not only, I would go back to back, I'd go back to back, back to back, but they were doing the same thing. You'd go from Vancouver to Seward, Seward to Vancouver, Vancouver to Seward, Seward to Vancouver. And that would have gotten a little old. Alaska is beautiful.
Oh, yeah, don't get us wrong.
No. And
Alaska really is beautiful.
I always forget how beautiful Alaska is. Yeah. I've seen beautiful places in my life, but I always just go there and I'm in awe. It's so beautiful, and the animals are amazing, and I just love it.
And the amazing experiences we get to have.
Right, yeah, we get to do great things. And so, but, 4 times would be too much.
Yeah, no.
So, but we did it up to Seward, from Vancouver to Seward, Seward to Vancouver. So, going back to back, let's start off with our room. Because we had switched rooms, because I talked about this in an earlier video, we were moved up. The Move Up program in Celebrity, we were successful. Because initially we just had an inside stateroom, both going and coming back, which was fine. We wanted to check it out. And we'll talk about that in another video. But we were moved up. So we were in a veranda room. So on the day, we didn't have to put our suitcases out the night before.
Nope.
And actually the 2 days before, we had a meeting of everybody who was going back to back. There were like 130 people, I think.
Really?
That were back to back people.
Really?
Yeah. Ooh. You remember how many people were in the meeting? But that was just a portion because they couldn't fit everybody in the room.
That's true.
So, there were a lot of people going back to back. So they had a meeting and they gave us some information about what to do, how to handle your luggage. And I've heard that it's different for every port, every back-to-back experience. So this is just our experience in Seward on Celebrity Millennium, which is a great ship.
It is, yes.
So our luggage. We did not have to put our clothes that were hanging in the wardrobe. We didn't have to do anything with them. The only thing we had to do was take all of our stuff from the bathroom and from the drawers and everything that we had other than hanging clothes, put them back in our suitcase. And we left the suitcases in our room. We didn't have to put them out the night before. They warned us, don't put them out in the hallway the night before, because then they're going to be outside in Seward. So just leave them in your room, and your stateroom attendant will bring them over to your new room as well as your hanging clothes.
Yeah.
And it was perfect. And then it was nice because you didn't have to try to figure out what you were going to wear the next day and, try to get everything as much as you could out in the hallway. This was, you just packed up early in the morning because you had to be out of your room. And again, I don't know if this is the same, if you have the same stateroom, because we didn't. So I don't know the answer to that. Would you have had to have been out of your stateroom at 7:30 like we were?
Yeah.
Don't know. Just know what we did.
Yeah, 7:30 is...
It was early. Oh, yeah. So we put, like I said, left our suitcases, everything, another bag that I had, left it in the stateroom, and went off to breakfast. And then there was a special place for us. It was the Sky Lounge.
Yes.
That we got to go after breakfast and hang out there. And when we were there, we would turn in our old card, C-Pass.
Yeah.
And then they would issue our new C-Pass. So we hung out in the lounge. They said our rooms would be ready about 9:30.
Yeah, we just hung out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About 9:30. We weren't in there too long, but they had, they had coffee in Danish and stuff for us. So then we were allowed to go. We went back to our room, dropped off the backpack, which we had Maddie's stuff. And it still said that it was still being serviced, so we didn't stay in there. And our suitcase hadn't been transferred yet. So we just walked around the ship. We
just took a
we just kind
ship
of
tour.
Ship tour when no one was there, and except for the other people that were staying. And then the only thing that was kind of confusing was we knew where our muster station was, and they always say, as soon as you get on, go to your muster station. Well, we didn't know, and no one could tell us where our muster station people were, because they didn't show up.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, come to find out, there was an announcement that said that it was going to be 1:30 before the muster station people showed up. And which is kind of odd, because when we got on in Vancouver, we got on about 10:30.
Yeah.
And we were able to go to our muster station. But maybe they had a later boarding in Seward. I don't know. We stayed on the ship. We just hung out.
We just did our own thing.
Yeah. And then they had a special lunch for us in the dining room, in the main dining room, which was very nice.
Yes.
We didn't have to go to the buffet or Ocean View Cafe.
Although we don't mind the Ocean View Cafe at all.
We do not. But they had a nice lunch for us. And then basically we went to our room, and our bags were there, and we unpacked, and we started our next vacation.
It started our next adventure.
Yeah, and you did not, it was such a good feeling not to have that heaviness anybody who's cruised and has really enjoyed it knows the heaviness.
No one knows the sadness.
Yeah, heaviness of your heart when you have to leave. And we felt that the next week when we had to leave, even though we'd been there for 2 weeks.
The heaviness of your heart. I've never heard of that term, but yeah.
So you learned something new today. Hey, how about that? So anyway, back to back, we have some back-to-back cruises coming up that are different. It's not back and forth like we did this time.
Nope.
But we're looking forward to it, because I love cruising, and it's so nice not to have to, everybody's so bubbly on the first day, and then by the night before disembarkation, everybody's like, oh. I don't know whether they've eaten too much, drank too much, or they're just sad. I don't know.
Yeah, I know I am really sad when it's time to leave.
Yeah, but we don't have to worry about that.
No.
We did not have to. So.
And we made some great new friends, and we had a great time.
We'll talk about, we'll talk about that in another video.
Cool.
Our experience on the ship, and it was great. It was a great trip. But so anyway, back to back. If you've ever thought about doing it, don't hesitate.
I would highly recommend.
Yeah. All right.
Thumbs up for that one.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
All right. If you like what we're doing, you can subscribe.
It means a lot to us.
Yes, check out our Facebook and Instagram pages, and we will talk to you later. I'm Kathy.
And I'm Maddie.
And we are Wheelchair Adventures.
Bye.
Bye.